Hang on. Preparing to, well, it's going to be live. You're live. Yay.
Hi, Smitty.
Hi, Smitty.
Hey, hello.
How you doing?
I don't know who's saying hi, but hi.
Oh, we should probably turn the
Okay,
light on.
let's everybody go hi. I mean, we're supposed to be live streaming, but for some reason,
I got a little notice.
did you? Okay, good. Oh, am I in the wrong place?
It said it's sending it to a third party.
Yeah, just, oh, there it is. We're live. Okay, so everybody's heard all this. It's going to be a delay, so make sure.
I have 2 minutes till, right? So I'm going to wait to say, let's go.
Well, we want to get Jan on screen right at the top of the show. We're saying this in front of
look at this
everybody.
face and look at Jan, and you want. I understand. Got it. Okay. Well, hey. Ready? Scene. Hi, everybody. Thanks for being here. This is the February Farm Virtual Performance Lane. I have 2 announcements to make. The first is winter is over. I have that on good authority. Get your hopes up. I will brook no back talk or other answer or other opinions. Winter is over. The second thing, because winter is over, because February is almost over, I have the most folking, amazing thing to tell you, and that is that Jan Krist is here to host this show. So I'll stop talking. I'll say, Jan Krist, go.
Wow, Smitty, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a long time. Okay, I'm just gonna start. Thanks for coming, peeps. Mom in the basement smoking cigarettes, sipping Vernors on the hottest day yet, sprinkles water on a cotton dress, steams like a kettle with the iron on it. Mom in the kitchen making bacon and eggs, 3 kids and a baby scrambling round her legs. Mom dressed up for the PTA. I'm trying on lipstick from her dresser tray. And it's complicated, complicated. These postcards stuck inside my head, these images I can't forget. Mom tearing out a cupboard with a litany. You son of a bitch and kids are killing me. And I'm standing in the door, I'm backing away. I'm trying my best to stay out of the fray. Mom making up the bed, and I'm lying there, sheet floating down through the cool summer air. Hospital corners, then it's time to pray. Now I lay me at the end of the day. Complicated, complicated. These postcards stuck inside my head, these pictures that I can't forget. She was strong in hard places, only fell apart when the storms were over. The clouds were parting. She said, I love you so strong, love you so deep. Whatever you ever think of me in those postcards stuck inside your head. The things I did, the things I said. Do be kind. It's complicated.
Woo.
Thanks, folks. I'm starting out with a couple of quiet songs here, so this is Frankenstein. A more accurate maker would have been nice, might have cut once, measured twice, might have buried that bolt sticking out of your neck, put a stronger heart in your fragile chest. You've got such lovely bones, such a weary mind, and you've studied prose and elegant rhyme. Look at the world and all that you might find. Frankenstein. You walk like a plank getting set to fall. You're like an engine choking in spits and stalls. If only you'd had a kinder start, bigger brain maybe, better parts. So you studied Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire, and you practice your steps with reverent care. Over and over you push that rewind, thinking maybe you'll get it this time. Frankenstein. When you see through someone else's eyes, it kinda makes you grateful just to be alive. And the night is a cocktail of regret and good intention, so you drink to your father, the mother of invention. You feel the pull of gravity underneath your bed. Stare at the stars, the clouds overhead, and you let go the ache, let go the hurt. Feel yourself rising high above the earth, into the mystery that won't be defined, with a hope you cannot resign. Frankenstein. Thank you so much. Well, it's really fun to be seeing all of these faces and to be part of this farm gathering and to be able to host. And the one thing I did not get is I still don't know how to say the last name of our first artist. And that's either Michael Naismith or Michael Gnezda. Oh, no, not Michael. I know who Michael Naismith is.
Naismith.
Ryan, how do you say it?
Naismith.
Naismith.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So let me go to my special file here and I'll tell you a little bit about Ryan. And everybody. Ryan Naismith is an Americana alt folk singer-songwriter from Canada. Welcome, Canada. We love you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Song is called Bankrupt Grin. Throw me to those walls again. Don't try to hold my hand. Your double barrel smile's no friend, runs no deeper than your skin. Oh, it's a bankrupt grin, chasing shots of poison just to make you ill, just to make you ill. I take it in, I take it in to kill, just to kill, just to kill your bankrupt grin. Souvenirs on my shelf, don't take no credit now. You've been no help, no, you've been no help. The curse is mine, and I like the bitter taste. Wipe that smug look off your face. Thought you know me, but I know you. I could fool me, I could fool you too, fool you too. A crooked look behind your veil, cut my track, won't you train derail, train derail. Oh, it's a bankrupt grin, chasing shots of poison just to make you ill, just to make you ill. I take it in, I take it in to kill, just to kill, just to kill your bankrupt grin. They say you can't have them both your way. Vengeance, sanctuary, sanctuary. Just you watch me try. There's recognition in your eye, in your eye. And I smell that fear, my friend, in your bankrupt grave, chasing shots of poison just to make you well, just to make you well. I take it in to kill, just to kill, just to kill. I take it in, I take it in, I take it in to kill, just to kill, just to kill. Your bankrupt grin. Thank you. Thank you very much. Get this out of the way. All right, this next song is called Indiana. It's a story song about the resiliency of the blue-collar workers in the factories. Pull up and move out. They won't find me in this town when it wakes up. I'll do 100 miles before the dawn. Cheap whiskey, black coffee in a paper cup. Some things ain't only right or wrong. I moved down here to work on my graduation day. 22 years, punch the clock. 5 days a week, union rates. One Monday morning, the doors were locked. So long, Indiana, you got nothing for me but pain. I'm headed for breakthrough or a breakdown. I don't care, they both feel the same. Company man said they had to make a deal. They could build them cheaper overseas. No one would pay the price for American steel. They cut us all off right at the knees. I watched my best friend drink away. His wife Rebecca and 2 kids. No money coming in, high interest rates. Banks sold the home to the highest bid. So long, Indiana, you got nothing for me but pain. I'm headed for breakthrough or a breakdown. I don't care, they both feel the same. I don't care, they both feel the same. say you can't keep a good man down. Lord knows this place is tried. Last week, all we own burned to the ground. They said we were lucky to get out alive. Fire marshal searched all he could find. So burned up a plug-in for the dryer. The broker was a good friend from the line. Handed me my check, the sideways smile. And I said, so long, Indiana. You got nothing for me but pain. I'm headed for a breakthrough or a breakdown. I don't care, they both feel the same. I don't care, they both feel the same. So long, Indiana.
Thank you very much.
Woo-hoo!
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thanks
having
so
me.
much. Yeah, I've got a little thing that says unmute, but I think I have. Thank you so much. Our next artist is Steve Madewell. Steve is from Northeast Ohio. It says here that, Steve, you're a working singer-songwriter. Congratulations. I don't think I've met too many of those. So, yeah, way to go.
Thank you.
And I see you're just saying Northeast Ohio. Is that because you're hiding out from the FBI or?
No, we have an interesting region in this corner of the state. If you know much about Ohio, it's a very diverse state, and we got a nice winery region up here. We got the Snow Belt and all that kind of stuff. I'm actually from Paynesville. That's where I'm sitting right now, Concord Township, Paynesville, Ohio.
Well, I expect to be dazzled.
Oh, Lord. Well, no pressure, but I tell you what, Jan, you were great, and Ryan, that was fantastic. Wonderful on both fronts. A lot of talk about the greatest generation and all that sort of thing, and my dad was right in there in the middle of that. And with this crowd that I'm singing to, and a lot of our contemporaries, we have a lot of environmental concern, and rightly so. And this is a soft sell environmental song, I guess you could say. I was riding my bike on a late spring day. He was there in a lawn chair, sitting in the shade with a bottle of Pepsi in his left hand, and he held it like it was something to see. The garage he was building there in the side yard for a graduation party as much as the cars. He'd been at it since dawn after working third shift at a GM plant that no longer exists. And his head, it was cocked like he couldn't understand the words on the bottle that he held in his hand. No deposit, no return. He read them out loud, said, "This makes no sense to me." And I guess that's the way such a man's bound to think. Started working full-time when he was 12 just to eat. The notion of waste was an idea best saved for worn-out things that had seen better days. Not something used once and then thrown away. Well, this new way of living, it didn't seem right to use something once and then cast it aside. A prosperity bought by the boys he saw die in the jungles of Burma and lands far away. Oh, but that was back then, this was today. I was straddling the seat of my cool Stingray bike. I was half in the shade and half in the light, listening to a man who'd worked hard his whole life, never wasted a single word that he said. And in a moment or two, well, I'd ride off to play. With a few hours of sleep, he'd be back on his way to another third shift, then home at first light to do this all over again. He was resting in the shade of the afternoon sun, taking a break from the work that he had done, sharing his thoughts with his third-born son, who'd remember the words he spoke that day. Well, I often look back, it's been 50 plus years. His words and his face are surprisingly clear, and the question he raised is still valid today. Why use something once and then throw it away? And his head, it was cocked like he couldn't understand the words on the bottle that he held in his hand, holding it up like it's something to see. No deposit, no return, makes no sense to me. No sense to me. No sense to me. Thank you very much. One of the last news episodes my dad and I watched together was right after there was a Nazi demonstration in Charlotte, right after that guy ran that lady over. And this was 5 years ago, 6 years ago or so. My dad looked at the TV and he said, we fought against those people. So here's kind of a tune that I feel I'm too old to be singing. Ain't it time to admit there's a demon in the pulpit? Ain't it time to admit you believed in all his lies? Ain't it time to admit he's drunk on wealth and power? Ain't it time to admit he's a devil in disguise? Ain't it time to admit you believe his accusations? Ain't it time to admit you believed his fairy tale? Ain't it time to admit this is a tragic story? Ain't it time to admit we're at the gates of hell? Ain't it time to admit what has really happened? Ain't it time to admit he's been playing you? Ain't it time to admit he's filled with hate and anger? Ain't it time to admit he's made a fool of you? Ain't it time to admit we can stand together? Ain't it time to admit it's what we have to do? Ain't it time to admit this party's nearly over? Ain't it time to admit it's up to me and you? It's up to me and you. It's up to me and you.
Woo!
Nice.
Yeah.
It is time. Nice.
Nice.
Well, Janelle Haskell, you are on deck, and I see you are from Ann Arbor, and I looked you up on the web because I didn't have your bio, and I see that you spent some time in New York as a jazz singer. And
Saxophonist.
as a jazz saxophonist, okay, and with Wynton Marsalis. Nice creds, and welcome home to not only to Ann Arbor but to folk music.
All right, I'm so delighted to be here. I'm gonna start by playing a song from my album. This is me. This is the first track from the album, and this is called Once Again. He gets home at 3 a.m. again. The stand-up life he's chosen is lonely, but it's true. He gave up everything that chased this dream. The sacrifices made, he'd have gotta see him through. He makes a meal for one and eats and climbs into bed. He can't deny the pictures of her dancing in his head. 2,000 miles away, she wakes at dawn. Another chance to show them she's ready to move on. She loves the way the light plays on her walls. It's just one thing that's missing, the thing that make it all. She sees the way he looked at her with sweet, admiring eyes. She knows he's gone, but still she cannot help but think sometimes, will there be a time when we can see our love to share until the end? And will you find your way to me once again? He steps down from the stage, another show. These highs and lows are brutal, but part of it he knows. They tell him that he's come a long, long way. Just keep on working at it, boy, you'll make it there someday. But still at night he thinks of her, a love that was so rare. He thinks about that lifetime he knows they could have shared. Will there be a time when we can see our love to share until the end? And will you find your way to me once again? Ooh, ooh, ooh. And when he loses faith, he remembers how she believed in him. And when she loses hope, she remembers how he adored her. These gifts remain and will see us through, long after one path becomes two. She's headed out to meet the next in line. He's really nice, her friend said, please keep an open mind. She wants to think she'll find love again. It's just so hard not knowing the who or how or when. But she loves this life she's built for her, with pleasures all around. There's joy that's firmly planted here, her feet are on the ground. But still she craves an answer, perhaps she'll never find the ending to their story and the love they left behind. Oh, will there be a time when we can see a love to share until the end? And will you find your way to me? Would you find the way to me? Will you find your way to me once again? I'm going to continue / close with a song that is going to be on my next album, which I'm hoping I can get everything together and release some point this year. And this is called Postcard. And thanks again for having me, everyone. I'm flying over middle America. I'm watching the mountains and the valleys pass me by. And I'm trying over. I want to get it right. I want to tell you how I see you and all the reasons why. When I'm far from home, it stirs a thing inside like flowers waking from the snow. A perfect afternoon that seems to last forever. I wanted you to know. So I'm writing you a postcard of all the things I've seen and what I feel. But words cannot tell or capture this story. So next time, love, I want you here with me. I'm sitting in the courtyard. I strum and hum along and listen to the birds that sing how I love their song. And I watch every sunrise and every sunset too, and think of you, my dear, the whole day through. Oh, when I'm far from home, it stirs a thing inside like diamonds shining in the snow. Purples, pinks, and orange fill the sky this morning. Oh, I wanted you to know. So I'm writing you a postcard of all the things I've seen and what I feel. But words cannot tell or capture this story. So next time, love, I want you here with me. So I go to a gathering, there's music on the lawn. The glow of a fire keeps me warm as they're playing on and on. And we danced into the night, love filled the air. But I just have to tell you that you know I wanted you there. Oh, when I'm far from home, I cannot help but feel this flower waking from the snow. But in the end, I cannot wait to be back in your arms, and I wanted you to know. write you this postcard of all these things I've seen and what I feel. But words cannot tell or capture the story. So next time, love, I want you here with me. Surprise guest by my dog. Thank you.
Gorgeous song.
That was awesome.
Love it.
Awesome.
What's your dog's name?
Hudson.
Hudson. Our next artist, Claudia Gibson. Claudia, you're coming to us from Austin, Texas. And
I am.
Yeah, awesome. And you are a Kerrville New Folk finalist.
I was a finalist, yes.
And you
2019.
and what do you got? 3 song contest winner. Awesome. And I'm going to let you go ahead and start. Thanks.
Well, thank you. I don't have any backup singers. I've shut them all out. I'm going to start with a song that's the title song from an album I put out this past year. My maiden name's Thibodeau, and it's about my grandfather's story. He comes from way upstate in New York, near Canada, a little town called Shazy, and this song is called "The Fields of Shazy." Grandpa died when I was young, a farmer and a farmer's son. His heart was in the North Country, among the fields of Shazy. Albeit it was young Joseph's bride, for 8 years she was at his side. Through summer, winter, spring, and fall, working the fields of Shazy. The bond was strong enough to bear the hard times and the trials they shared. But 1915 winter came, and his love could not save her. Albina's first child was her last, just 29 years when she passed. Joe buried them in frozen ground, 10 miles north of Shazy. For 10 long years Joe walked alone. The sorrow settled in his bones. He sowed 500 apple trees. Some said that he'd gone crazy. But May of 1925, Joe took Elizabeth for his bride. My dad arrived in 29, born in the town of Shazy. Grandpa played accordion with gnarled hands when I was young. The songs of old Acadia, 200 miles from Shazy. The snow-white winter orchids bloomed the day we heard of Grandpa's news. His heart had stopped, his spirit flew from Albany straight up to Lake Champlain.
day I walk a winding road. I touch the trees my grandpa sowed. My heart's here in the North Country, among these fields of Shazy. Twisted ancient apple trees, the sweet fruit of his legacy. Yes, this my grandpa left to me, these verdant fields of Shazy. Grandpa died when I was young, a farmer and a farmer's son. His heart was in the North Country, among the fields of Shazy.
Lovely.
Beautiful.
Much. And thank you so much for having me. In honor, I'm switching guitars because I have different tunings and I don't want to bore you with that. But in honor of playing for the Farm Performance Lane, I'm going to do a song called Cleveland, Ohio, that only starts in Cleveland, Ohio. It's a story about a journey. And hold on just a second. This is one of those tuners that lies. So we have to we don't like to have lying things, right? In fact, if you give me 1 second, we need the right apparatus here. It's been a while since I did Zoom. I used to do it on a weekly, monthly basis. That's the problem right there. And so it's been a little bit of a readjustment, but thank you so much for having me here. I really appreciate it. Great. That's better. This song is called Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio, it's 10 a.m. Thursday. Checked out of my motel and I went for a walk. The lakefront is quiet except for men fishing. They stand on the dock side, cast their lines out and talk. How am I living without you? And how can I be in this world on my own? Did you really think I would doubt you? Did you really leave me alone? Youngstown, Ohio, the state line by lunchtime. Grabbed some coffee at the Quick Mart and found the talk radio. The callers are angry, they say they're forgotten. Though my reasons are different, it's a feeling I know. And how can I make it without you? And how can I live in this world on my own? Did you really think I would doubt you? Did you really
to stretch on for days. I count off the small towns and miles, Water Gap into Jersey and the suburban haze. But the New York City skyline, that's the sight for sore eyes. Hoboken, New Jersey, it's 6 p.m. Thursday. I parked the car by the ferry and I boarded that boat. Halfway across the Hudson, pulled a box from my backpack. I shook out your ashes, watched you blow off and flow. And how am I living without you? And why am I here in this world on my own? No choice but to go on without you. But how could you leave? How could you leave? How could you leave me alone?
Great job. Great job. Ryan Burns, you are up next. And we missed you a little earlier, so I just want to ask you to make sure on your audio that you check to make sure original sound is on.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Perfect. Ryan is a singer-songwriter who hails from Canada. He plays Americana music. Am I getting this right?
Chicago, but Americana
Oh.
music is. You got that
I
part right.
read the wrong part. Ray Burns is an indie folk singer-songwriter and a banjo player from Chicago. I had you confused.
That's all right. All right, I'm gonna play a couple of new songs of mine. This one is about the changing of the seasons, called "With the Rhythm of the Leaves." When it's cold is over, let that be enough. Fields of wild clover in the shadow of a dove. A light in all my branches, a symbol of true love. Tie my flowers in your hair and sing for up above. Green forgotten fields light the shadow of your eyes. Reflections of the sunshine, no need for a disguise. Light a fire in this place where all the grass is dyed. Light it but don't let it spread, a beacon to the sky. Let your roots drink deep. You hear a moment, and then you leave. The wind, hear it sing with the rhythm of the leaves. Reach up even higher and touch the harvest moon. All leaves turn to fire and all melodies to you. New light changes everything, every heart and mind. But Springtime's not mending, there's new springtimes to find. Let your roots drink deep. You're here a moment, and then you leave. The wind, hear it sing with the rhythm of the leaves. My windows let in all the light that the world can give. All the seasons must change. We need the sun, we need the rain. Let your roots drink deep. You hear a moment, and then you leave. The wind, hear it sing with the rhythm of the leaves. Let your roots drink deep. You hear a moment, and then you leave. The sun, hear it sing with the rhythm of the leaves.
Yeah.
Thank you. Which song should I do? So this next song, I don't know how many of you are Frank Lloyd Wright folks. Have toured a lot of Frank Lloyd Wright places. Me and my wife, we have toured, I think, 60 places, been outside of a lot more. That's one of the main things we do. And one of his masterpieces, the home he moved into with his mistress, Mamah Borthwick Cheney, is called Taliesin, and there's, I won't get too much into the story, but there's a whole big backstory about it, involving fires and axe murder. But here's a song of mine called Taliesin 1. Driftless these old hills still stand, no glaciers came to flatten them. No wonder this is where we stayed, where you grew up, where I'll be laid. Frankie, with your arms outstretched under starry skies and swallows' nests, you built these walls, you'll build them again. We'll cherish them until the end. And when the eaves start to sag and the roof leaks on our heads, we'll gather logs for the fire, revive it from the dead like you couldn't do. Everyone knows the name of Frank Lloyd Wright, how your windows shine in the morning light. But who do they really know? We pulled the limestone from down the road, the Welshman's shining brow to glow over the greens of spring and summer's tears. Autumn's coming, winter's near. Brick buildings come and buildings go. Fire will burn them and bring you low. The axe may sweep, the blood may flow. Thank God you're back in Chicago. And when the eaves start to sag and the roof leaks on our heads, we'll gather logs for the fire, revive it from the dead like you couldn't do. Everyone knows the name of Frank Lloyd Wright. How your windows shine in the morning light. Everyone knows the name of Frank Lloyd Wright. But who do they really know?
Great song.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Awesome. Okay, our next artist is somebody I know from Ohio. This is Eric Gnezda. Hi.
How you doing, Jan?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
It's great to see you. Eric is a singer-songwriter, an Emmy Award-winning producer of a TV show for PBS, Songs from the Center. He is helping to define what singer-songwriters are all about for the rest of the nation.
Yeah, and you were one of our special guests a couple years ago, and that was such a special treat for us to have you.
What a pleasure for me. Yeah.
And it was great to hear you sing again this evening.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing you sing a couple of tunes right now.
Well, thank you.
Thanks.
It's not like I was looking for you to come along, 'cause she has always been the rock that I depended on. But you and I have something that I don't understand. You'd think that we had met somewhere before our lives began. So tell me what I'm supposed to do. I can't find it in myself to walk away from you. So help me, my world is split in two. She's the earth that's under me, but the air I breathe is you. I'm not the kind of person who'd ever be untrue. It only makes me love you more to know you're that way too. If you were just temptation, I'd turn around and leave. But you see things inside of me no one's ever seen. So tell me what I'm supposed to do. I can't find it in myself to walk away from you. So help me, my world is split in two. She's the earth that's under me, but the air I breathe is you.
She's the earth that's under me, but the air I breathe is you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow.
Hold on a second here. Let me get all settled. All right. She once seemed to have it all. Brilliant, brave, and beautiful. She was everything you'd ever want to be. She was free and self-assured. Everyone looked up to her, a shining light for all the world to see. But she lost touch with who she was and all she'd ever been. Now we can't even talk without a fight. I hate to have to say it, 'cause it hurts down to the core. But I don't know my country anymore. She and I once shared a dream. We could do most anything as long as she and I stood side by side. But now I'm feeling left behind. She froze her heart and closed her mind, and we can't get beyond the great divide. Is it too late for her to wake and see what she's become? Is it too late to get back what we've lost? Sorry if I'm angry and afraid of what's in store, but I don't know my country anymore. Through the years we faced our fears whenever there was doubt, and always found a way to work it out. I'd love to say we'll make it like every time before, but I don't know my country anymore.
Great song.
Wow.
Great song.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was
I
an
think
honor
we
and a
need-
pleasure to be with you and to see you again, Jan.
Yeah, great to see you too. We'll have to talk sometime. I want to know more
Absolutely.
about how you wrote that song. That's a great
right.
song.
Yeah, thank
Eric, is that recorded?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's going to be out on a folk music album. I don't, and I can't remember the guy was on this program last
Oh,
month.
Eric
His name-
Bulkey. Eric Bulkey.
yeah.
Yeah,
One of
yeah.
Eric's
Exactly.
samplers.
He's putting it on his annual, or I mean his monthly or bi-monthly record.
That is a really wonderful song.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Well,
Uh-oh, you muted yourself, baby.
our next singer-songwriter is going to take us to an entirely different place. Lauren Crane is a singer-songwriter from Pinckney, Michigan. Proudly from Pinckney, PPP, proudly from Pinckney. And she is often preposterous. She's preposterous from Pinckney and sporadically serious and ever curious. Take it away.
Well, first of all, Eric, thank you for making me weep just before. That's a beautiful song. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I have a short attention span, so I write short songs. Here's one of them. I have 3 sides open at the top. Slide things in you don't want to drop. Hold your hand when you're feeling shy. Keep your hanky handy when you cry. Cover your heart, I'm here at your side. Carrying treasures you want to hide. Take me for granted, don't really care. No matter your style, I'm pretty much there. I'm your pocket. I just hang around. Keep your things from falling to the ground. Stitched right in, simple as a piece of cloth. Being here's my job. I was made to carry stuff. Some people pickpockets, magicians of sorts. Presto, change-o, money out your shorts. Don't blame me, I do the best I can. I'm no Fort Knox, I am what I am your pocket. I just hang around, keep your things from falling to the ground. Stitched right in, simple as a piece of cloth. Being here's my job, I was made to carry stuff. Here's the thing about things that you need, things you count on regularly. You don't give a think, but happy they're like water and comfort, the miracle of air. And me, I am your pocket. I just hang around, keep your things from falling to the ground. Stitched right in, simple as a piece of cloth. Being here's my job, I was made to carry stuff. Being here is my job. Let me help you carry stuff.
Yeah.
This next song is about, actually it was a song prompt. Maybe Jan and Annie had something to do with it. And it's about, got me to thinking about saints. And that fact that saints were just regular people who did saint stuff. And I was wondering what those saints think when sometimes they get requests from us regular people to help with what's going on down here. So I cooked up a little scenario. Rubble and gravel and bone scattered when my tires left the road. Gave my brakes a slam, jumped out of my van. There was no mistaking the man who was sitting there in a folding chair, raccoon in his lap, head bowed in prayer. He looked up at me, that beloved preacher. At his feet, tiny little creatures. I said, thank God you're here. Saint Francis, won't you save us? We're in trouble on this earth. I said, I've seen things better, but I've never seen them worse. And he sang, Que sera, sera, que sera.
what do you mean? What will be, will be. We're killing this place with our hate and greed. He said, I'm 800 years dead, don't look at me. It's your turn, sister. Now come, let's have some tea. So I'm sipping tea with roadkill, St. Francis, me and roadkill, discussing how there's no pills to cure all of the world's ills. I am looking at a daffodil growing on a landfill when I hear him say, those who dance with the devil must pay. And I say, what about the daffodil? He said, you mean hope? Well, all beauty will have predators, always rich and poor, wars and rumors of war, but this is your moment, the time's opportune. Go must I, just came for the raccoon. So sister, won't you save those in trouble on this earth? I said, I've seen things better, but I've never seen them worse. And he sang, Que sera, sera, que sera. But his parting words sit in my ears and burn. What will you do now that it's up to you?
That's fabulous.
Ha!
Bravo.
Bravo.
I'm going to take over. Your songs are too short. You have 5 whole minutes left.
Okay.
This breaks the rules of an extra, but yeah, give us one more. Nobody will mind.
All right. You know, less is sometimes more.
Because you actually have little songlets.
Someone told me a little bit of Lauren Crane goes a long way, so I believed him. Use me up, wear me out, down to the nubbins, that's what it's about. Sew a brown button where my eye used to be. As long as we love, got all we need. You stitch me up when I'm threadbare, places the stuffings no longer there. Employed your fine threads, stringing some yarn. All that you had, you gave a darn. My new right arm is a well-walked-in sock. Seen many a mend, you wore it a lot. You know what it means to call me by name. You know to be seen eases the pain. I'm broken enough, cracked to the rim. Where there was darkness, the light pours in. We count ourselves rich to have both ups and downs. Bearing the loss, we're finally found. You know what it means to call me by name. You know to be seen the pain. Use me up, wear me out, down to the nubbins, that's what it's about. Sew a brown button where my eye used to be. As long as we love, got all we need to love and be loved. I know that's what I need.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Bravo.
That's what we expect when we see you. That's awesome. Okay, our next artists are Dan and Faith. And Dan and Faith come from Charlestown, New Hampshire.
Yep.
Now, what's the deal with New Hampshire? There's a slogan with New Hampshire, isn't it? The state
Live
has
free or die.
live free or die.
Or live, freeze, and die.
That's this time of year.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's welcome Dan and Faith.
Thank you.
Hi. So the first song is one for our grandniece. When we first met her and her brother, I pulled out the banjo and I started noodling on the banjo, and the two kids were instantly dancing.
Yep. So this is for little Isabella Gwen, also known as Izzy.
Ready?
Yep.
Dance, Izzy, dance, spin to the music. Dance, Izzy, dance, all through the day. Dance, Izzy, dance, the future is waiting, waiting to see what young Izzy will be. A doctor, a nurse, healing the wounded, finding a cure to help all mankind. It's all up to you. Follow your passion, follow your dreams wherever you go. And dance, Izzy, dance, spin to the music. Dance, Izzy, dance, all through the day. Dance, Izzy, dance, the future is waiting, waiting to see what young Izzy will be. Maybe an astronaut flying to Mars, or an astronomer studying stars. It's all up to you. Follow your passion, follow your dreams wherever you go. And dance, Izzy, dance, spin to the music. Dance, Izzy, dance, all through the day. Dance, Izzy, dance, the future is waiting, waiting to see what young Izzy will be. A teacher, a singer, a lawyer or a chef, helping the homeless, the blind or the deaf. Whatever you do, do it with passion. Whatever you do it with love. Don't rush to grow up, that way is folly. Live every day with laughter and joy. We're here to cheer, to listen and help you. The future is yours, we'll watch and be proud. So dance, Izzy, dance, spin to the music. Dance, Izzy, dance, all through the day. Dance, Izzy, dance, the future is waiting, waiting to see what young Izzy will be. Waiting to see what young Izzy will be.
Aww.
So Izzy is mortified that there's a song about her.
Yeah, she's 11 or so now, so it's a terrible thing for her. Her parents, on the other hand, are thrilled. So.
Yeah. So that both of these songs are on our new album, Who We Are, came out in November, and Joe Jenks produced it, and many people played on it.
Yeah.
On Dance Izzy Dance, rather than the mandolin, we had Tracy Grammer on fiddle, which was a delight.
And when Tracy found out that Izzy was not that thrilled about the song, she said, "Oh, poor Izzy."
So we got a good chuckle out of that.
We did. And grab a quick sip of tea.
Yeah, I'm going to get a sip of water.
So
we have had quite the month. We started the month in Florida.
Yes.
At the South Florida Folk Festival.
Where it was cold and then it was warm and then it was too warm and sticky. And then we drove home for a week, and then we went to Montreal, where it was absolutely frigid and dry as a bone. So our instruments have yet to forgive us.
But this next song is one that we have played all over the country, especially in places like Florida, Kansas, Indiana.
Places that need to hear songs like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... My name is George, no one knows, but I feel it in my heart, where I know that it won't show. I face the world, it cannot see. Even those who love me, they look, but they don't see. They just see Emily. My name is George, I must not tell, especially my father, my life would go to hell. I'd be disowned, tossed out the door. So I keep pretending, knowing in my core, I'm not Emily. I never felt right as a girl. That's not who I am. Maybe when I leave for college, then I'll be free to be me.
His name is George, I didn't know. I found it in a note he left that said he had to go. My little girl is now my son. It takes some getting used to, but I'm telling everyone he's George, not Emily. I love you, George, I always will. There's nothing that can change that.
You called me George. I love you, Dad. I thought that you would hate me, but you don't, and I'm so glad you called me George.
Yes, I'm telling
Dad is telling everyone my name is George.
Brave and necessary music right there.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Our next singer-songwriter is Brant Miller. He's a 8-time winner or finalist of the Chris Austin Songwriting Contest and a finalist in the 2021 Renaissance Arts and Writers Association's Songs for Social Change. That is a mouthful. Welcome.
RAWA. RAWA for short.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here and see all these great folks, friends, and songwriters and folks who are just hanging out today, and I know they're great as well. So anyway, I'm going to do one that this is going to be on my new album I'm trying to get out this year, and it's about something in the technological world that I think is on a lot of creative people's minds, and I kind of had to write something about that. AI will kill us, we warned from the start. Their words come from data banks, ours from the heart. A 3-minute song takes blood, sweat, and years of honing our craft, of before reaching your ears. I'm the last songwriter with blood in his veins, bearing my soul, sharing my pain. Machines reach that bottom line faster, it's true. The last living songwriters singing the blues. First it was streaming when all we were paid were fractions of pennies each time our song played. Now they type in country, rap, pop, R&B, a title, a tempo, a hit song for free. I'm the last songwriter with blood in his veins, bearing my soul, sharing my pain. Machines reach that bottom line faster, it's true. The last living songwriters singing the blues. No more all-nighters with my co-writers. They've all given up or passed on. My pen is still flowing now, but I'm sure slowing down, wondering if this one could be my swan song. I'm the last songwriter with blood in his veins, bearing my soul, sharing my pain. Machines reach that bottom line faster, it's true. The last living songwriters singing the blues is the last living songwriter singing this last song for you.
Yeah. Right on, Brant. Right on.
Thank you. I hope it doesn't all come true. I think we'll be writing songs no matter what, but it's kind of like, you know, a lot of the incentives for people doing it. And so now, I think it was who was it who played the song, Ryan, about I don't know this country anymore. Yeah, that was a great song. I have one that
Eric. It was Eric.
Eric, sorry.
That was Eric Gnezda.
Yeah, Eric. Yeah, here's one I wrote during the first administration of this dude, and I always thought it may be the angriest song I wrote since I was a kid, or since I was a teenager. And so it's kind of a little different twist on that whole thing, but it unfortunately has come back again and into relevance. So I take my capo off, make sure I can hear myself. I turned down a little bit that first song. They're playing with our future just like it was a game. They're scoffing at our science as we're fighting drought and flames. Our freedom's just a big joke that they're stomping to the ground. We don't see nothing funny in these dangerous clowns. First they came to Congress with all their dirty tricks. Now they're in the White House selling us out quick. They treat our institutions like their personal playgrounds. We're tired of the antics of these dangerous clowns. And we all gotta take to the streets and to the polls again and again and again. 'Cause the only place they belong is in the big top or the pen. Crazy finger on the button, scary mask on the truth. Start that one over. Crazy finger on the button, scary mask on the truth. Constitution is a cheap prop, First Amendment's got the boot. Fat cats are all cheering since the circus came to town. Time we voted out all of these dangerous clowns, and we all gotta take to the streets and to the polls again and again and again, 'cause the only place they belong is in the big top or the pen. Fat cats are all cheering since the circus came to town. It's time we voted out all of these dangerous clowns. It's time we booted out all of these dangerous clowns.
Yeah, Brant Miller.
Amen. Thank you.
Sorry you still have to sing it, but
Thanks, Grant.
Nice job, Brant.
Thank you all. Thanks for being here.
I'm sensing a theme here. Anybody else? And it's good. It's good to be with other people who are feeling the stress. It's been a rough week, hasn't it? It's been a rough month, and I think that being together and hearing these songs and knowing that other people are feeling what we're feeling is very helpful. I'm going to introduce our next artist, Jan Seides. Jan and I go way back. Jan and I have known each other for a long time. And the last time I was on your Zoom, your concert Zoom,
Yes.
was right after you had been frozen to the bone, no power in Austin. Jan is from Austin, but she's not really from Austin. She's a Michigander. She's one of us. And she's a transplant to Austin. She's a award-winning songwriter and a real support, a pillar of the music community, may I say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I always feel at home with, farm people because that's where my roots are. However much I run from on occasion, I always end up coming back to them. So I'm going to do something. See, one of the things I found comforting is nothing lasts, this too shall pass. And so I have this little ode to impermanence. And just this evening, I read that they'd finally found the last tomb of the missing king in the Valley of the Kings. Somehow that seems tied to this. I'll let you develop the actual ties. High in the desert, the night winds blow cold, just like they've always done.
but the day's hot and still, as if it always will be. Nothing changes 'neath that sun, so there's nothing new 'neath this one. So we smooth out a place, we draw our own faces and paint them in shining colors. And there in the desert, we try to make a stand. It's a beautiful sand picture. Out on the sea, you can feel the world breathing and watch as the waters change. But here on the shore, our great deeds we record, and our victories we proclaim, and pretend that those glories remain. We carve out a square, worship history there, and paint it in shining colors. And here on the land, it all looks so well planned, but again, it is sand pictures. And then the winds rise, the sun sinks so fast, in comes the tide. So much for kings and castles. Though we conquer the sky and build towers so high and flaunt those shining colors, here on the earth we deem ourselves worthy, but we're still only sand pictures. We are beautiful sand pictures, and in the end we return to sand.
Nice. Jan, there's a really beautiful, defiant melancholy about that song. It has both a sense of defiance and just sadness. It's lovely.
Well, I have one more that is barely a month old and pretty much in the vein that has been prevalent this show. There's a story behind it, but there really doesn't need to be. It's something that I feel very strongly. My niece's wife thinks nobody knows the agony they're going through. People say that's the life you chose. Their sort of love cannot be true. They've cut their ties with family, lost some lifelong friends. Now they believe that in their corner is only them. My best friend's child thinks nobody shares the burden she carries in the world. People tell her that's her cross to bear, 'cause she's got 2 strikes
black and girl. They tell her that's just the way it is. Give it up, move on. So now she feels she needs an army, but she has none. And maybe you feel the same. Maybe you think folks are just gaming you. And maybe they don't care as much as they say they do, as you want them to. But we can lean on the ones who love us. There's gonna be some that we can trust. So we must lean on the ones that love us. And you can lean on me. Oh, you can lean on me. My brother's wife lies awake all night, wondering what trouble they might face. 'Cause her parents crossed that borderline when they brought their children to the States. She's anxious for her family, not sure who's a friend. Now she thinks she better be careful, 'cause so much depends. And maybe you feel the same. Maybe you think folks are just gaming you. And maybe they don't care as much as they say they do, as you need them to. But we can lean on the ones that love us. There's gonna be some that we can trust. So we must lean on the ones that love us. And you can lean on me. Oh, you can. We can lean on the ones that love us. 'Cause there's gotta be some that we can trust. So we will lean on the ones that love us. And you can lean on me, and I will lean on you. Can lean on me.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Yes. And we're coming down to our last performer here. Before we introduce our last performer, I just want to quickly give you a little update on what's coming up with Farm Virtual Connections. Next Tuesday, there's a tech talk that will be all about understanding contracts.
I'm sorry, I lied. It's March 11th.
It's March 11th. Thanks, Annie. At least she admits it, unlike so many other politicians. So it'll be on March 11th, a discussion panel with an artist, an agent, a lawyer, and a festival coordinator about the importance of contracts and writers. And they'll discuss how contracts and writers can protect artists and events and help to clarify agreements and needs and avoid misunderstandings ahead of time, and in some cases, protect people against less scrupulous parties. This is so incredibly important. I cannot tell you. One of my first big concerts, I went out to Minneapolis, Minnesota, and opened for B.J. Thomas, and at the Minneapolis Auditorium. And at the end of the show, I mean, there were 3,000 people there, but it was a 10,000 person auditorium. I didn't have a contract, and the guy who was the producer, came up and said, "Yeah, we're not going to be able to pay you." So, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So get yourself a contract. Find out how. We also have the monthly peer groups for live music presenters and folk DJs and friends. Also, open community peer gatherings are happening twice monthly, and you can find all of that at farmfolk.org. So now, after all of that, I'm going to just tell you one other thing. After they told me they weren't going to pay me,
Yeah.
then they came back again and they said, "Hey, there's a guy here who plays for the Vikings who looked around and said they're not going to be able to pay. And he has volunteered to pay your stipend." So I got paid. I got paid by one of the Vikings.
Wow.
Well,
Minnesota. Yay.
Minnesota, you gotta love it. Minnesota.
Gotta love it. So Mike Ward is a singer-songwriter from Detroit, my hometown.
Yeah.
And Mike is a hockey player.
Yep.
And that sometimes leaks into your songs.
Sometimes a little bit. I'm working on more of it, actually.
You actually beat up other people in your songs. So
I try
anyway.
not to.
We love you, Mike. Take it away.
Thank you. I just want to thank Jan. I want to thank Annie and Smitty and everybody from Farm and all of you for hanging in there tonight. I know I'm bringing up the rear. But I have to just say, Jan Seides, I was inspired by that poster behind you. That American flag one. Thank you. And it's not the American flag that has been absconded with by so many others. So in this current stage, we probably have a lot of pet peeves. That's what this song is for. What bugs me, kinda irks me, it's under my skin, irritates me to know and rubs me the wrong way. Annoys me every single day, got a gripe or two, got a bone to pick, got a side of beef with you. Now here's a few. The group texter, negativity projector, the gas passers, bullies and harassers, the story repeater, grocery line cheater, the food spitter, bar tab splitter, express lane slow driver, the always late arriver, movie talkers, pokey walkers, those generic pants called dockers. What bugs me, kinda irks me, gets under my skin, irritates me to know and rubs me the wrong way. Annoys me every single day, got a gripe or two, got a bone to pick, got a side of beef with you. Now here's a few more. The oversharer, bad toupee wearer, e-smokers, newly legal tokers, the I told you soer, the what's up there broer, well deer tick bites, July Christmas lights, unpicked up dog dumps, oversized speed bumps, reply all senders. How do they make those chicken tenders? getting up in my face with really bad breath. Drug ads that disclaim it may cause death. Clear-cut miles of forest, call it the preserve. If only insurrectionists would get what they deserve. Ticketmaster fees, empty rolls of TP, chip-dip double dippers, stuck pants zippers, speakerphones in public spaces, overfunded political races, daylight saving time, unprosecuted white-collar crime, conspiracy nuts, cigarette butts, those nasty little paper cuts. What bugs me, kinda irks me, gets under my skin, irritates me to no end, rubs me the wrong way, annoys me every single day. Got a gripe or two, got a bone to pick, got a side of beef with you. We all got a few pet peeves, including some we may misperceive. Think it's time we just should get up and leave with all of our pet peeves. Thank you. Thank you. I'm doing a new record. It's actually all completed. We've done the mastering and the mixing and everything. And this is, that last song is on it. And this song is also on it. Sorry, I'm gonna get a drink here. The title of the album is The Time That Remains, and it's in this song. Why not do some good today with the time that we've got? Start with something simple, a lesson learned or to be taught. Plant a seed or lend a hand, a little helps a lot. Why not do some good today with the time that we've got? Why not conquer fear today before it's far too late? Lay to rest the grudges, stamp out the flames of hate. Release the burden from your back, rise up as calm awaits. Why not conquer fear today before it's far too late? Why not stop a war today before our time is up? The sides we find each other on, bombs waiting to erupt, or battling within ourselves, let's say enough's enough. Why not stop a war today before our time is up? Ooh. Why not send out love today with the time that remains? Be brave in the face of all you see, wipe away the tears of pain. connecting to each other, pure and honest as the rain. Why not send out love today with the time that remains? Why not send out love today with the time that remains?
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That's going to be the first cut on the album. And I've got some amazing players on it. Kate Hino, Annie Bacon, just some wonderful people, Sarah Gibson and Emily Slamovitz and Jason Denny. So I've got a nice crew.
Well, that was great, and it tied us up with a little bow there at the end. That's great. I want to thank all of the people who tuned in tonight to listen to our concert. It's always wonderful to play for each other, but it's always better to play for other people too. And so thank you for being our audience tonight, and good night to you.
Thanks for